Welcome, my little couch potatoes, to the comfiest courtroom on the internet. I'm your host, Llama, and it's time for dramatic testimony, overruled objections, and absolutely unqualified opinions. So grab your snuggiest blanket, some delicious snacks, and get ready to watch court with your internet besties. This is Couch Court with Llama.
Good morning, couch potatoes. Did you miss me? Because I missed you this weekend. Hope you all had a great weekend. I know, right? Look, I'm purple, dark purple this time. I'm in a square. I don't know. Felt like being cute today. I was like, why not change it up for this trial and see if we like it? It seems like my, excuse me, my blue smoke monster hasn't appeared yet. So maybe this is my color. I don't know. But good morning. Good morning, everybody. There's Lady in Gray. Hello, hello, hello. Liz S. Good afternoon to you. Oh, she says she's going to go pick up her kids and she'll be back. I love that. Good morning, Savage. Says, not going to lie, this one might make me start day drinking. Maybe. I don't know. Some midday Moscatos and whatnot. I might call for it. I don't know. Good morning, Kelly. Girl, it is. Oh, that's right. I'm starting later than normal. I was like, oh, wow. Never mind. It's still early for you, but not as early as I thought it would be. Well, you guys, we are starting a new trial this week. It's a rewatch. Some of you may have already seen. We had to wrap up Donna Adelson. So this week, we're going to rewatch the Cardi B. Oh. What's wrong? Zoe, come lay down. Come lay down right there. By the way, Zoe is like obsessed with me today. So you'll probably hear her snoring or whatnot. I don't know. I don't think she's feeling very good. She's very something today, that's for sure. Why don't you just lay there? I got you a blanket and everything. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, so it's only 4 days. It's going to take us 5 because I'm going to be doing shorter days most days this week. So we'll only be here for a couple hours each day. Well, except for tomorrow. We'll be here for most of tomorrow. But good morning, Dave. Hope you're doing well. Hope you got some good rides in this weekend. Now, for those of you that aren't familiar with the Cardi B trial and what it's about, I'm not either. I was just told it's worth watching and that I needed to watch it. So here we are. Now, I did look up what this case is about, and apparently Cardi B is facing a civil lawsuit from a former security guard, Emani Ellis, who alleges the rapper assaulted her at an OB-GYN office in 2018, leaving injuries that required plastic surgery and costing her job. Cardi B denies the claims, saying Ellis was the aggressor who tried to film her pregnancy before it was public. And her legal team plans to present a witness supporting that account. So that is what we're doing here today. Oh, I just realized I didn't write down what the amount is. I think it's like $24 million, $2.4 million, something like that. Somebody in chat will find it and let us know. So that's pretty much it for the civil case. Now, I know some of you are new to trial watching, and it's not very often that we get to see civil cases, which is another reason I wanted to cover this one for you guys. That, and it's super short. But there are some big differences between criminal trials versus civil trials. So one of the differences with civil trials is that the plaintiff, the person who brings the accusations, it can either be an individual, it can be a state, or it can be an organization, right? So, and with criminal, it's always the state, it's always the government. But civil, it can be really anybody can bring a civil suit against another individual, state, or organization, right? Now, the plaintiff, the one that brings the case, the burden of proof is on them, just like in criminal trials, the burden of proof is on the state, the prosecution. So they have to, apparently Emani Ellis is accusing her of all these things. She's the one who filed the civil suit. So it's up to her to prove what happened, right? And that you should vote her way. Now, the other interesting thing about differences between civil and criminal trials is We know with criminal trials, right? It is guilty, not guilty. Whatever it is beyond a reasonable doubt, right? Like the bar is very, very high for you to be convicted of that. With civil suits, not so much. Not so much. There is no beyond a reasonable doubt in civil suits. As a matter of fact, it's called the preponderance of evidence, okay, which means that it is more likely than not that something occurred in a certain way, right? Sounds a little like what? Really? Yeah. So it's about if you're 51% or higher sure that what happened is what happened and went down that way, that is how you get your verdict. So the level isn't as high. The bar isn't as high as it is in criminal trials, right? I don't know how I feel about that, but that's just how that goes. And also with civil trials, many of your constitutional rights do not apply in civil court at all, right? You do not have a right to a lawyer, right? If somebody sues you and you don't have money for a lawyer, guess what? You're representing yourself. That's right. Nobody is entitled to have a lawyer represent them in the civil cases. So that's always interesting. You also can be subject to illegal search and seizures. You can be compelled to testify. So civil trials are pretty different compared to criminal trials. And usually, obviously, never is jail or prison time involved ever. It's always monetary or to fulfill a contract or something along those lines. There's no criminal charges. Now, you can be in a criminal case and then somebody files a civil case for you. A good example of that is one of the most infamous versions, I think, is O.J. Simpson, right? He was found not guilty of the murders of Nicole Brown and Ron Goldman. However, after his non-guilty verdict, they filed a civil lawsuit for wrongful death against O.J. And guess what? Found him guilty of that, and he had to pay her estate a buttload of money. So that's a little bit of a difference if you've never really paid attention or didn't know that about the differences between the two trials. Now, before we get into it, though, I have some promos I have to do today. Okay, some of it you may know, some of it's new and exciting. So I hope you all are ready for that. Oh, the squirrels are throwing acorns at my roof. I love that. All right, you guys. So today, right after we're done with Couch Court, you're going to be teleported over to Midday Missing, because Midday Missing is back every Monday and Wednesday. We are covering missing person cases where the families are still searching for answers. Now, today, I will be subbing for Miss Terry True Crime, and we're going to be talking about the cases of Jonathan Wang and Julian Gillette. I'm going to practice their names before we go live with those. I should probably have learned to say those. Amos being a member for 13 months. Love that. Thanks, babe. Happy memberversary or whatnot. Appreciate all your support and good morning. Now, so yeah, after we're done with that, after we're done with court today, I will transport you over there. I'll be there, and hopefully you can stick around to help spread their stories, and maybe, just maybe, those answers the family needs will be found. Now, last Thursday, since there was the guilty verdict that came in for Donald Adelson, which was so late and wild, we had to postpone part 3 of the Aton Pates case for our True Crime and Wine Time podcast. So we moved it to this Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. And this episode will be one of the longest we've done in a while. So you may need 2 bottles of wine instead of 1. And we'll be discussing the trials of Pedro Hernandez and where the case is today. And all I can say is prepare for all of the rants. all of them because I will have them all. Now, this past Friday, I recorded parts 4 and 5 of The Devil in the Bay, my new investigative series that will be released this December. I'll be recording parts 6 and 7 this Friday after Couch Court for our members only. So make sure you mark your calendars for that. And now some exciting news, you guys. Mark your calendars. Again, just get your whole calendar out because Monday, September 15th at 7 p.m. Eastern, I think it is, we are having a special stream for our new merch and membership launch party. Yes, we've been working very hard behind the scenes, putting together the cutest and affordable merch we could come up with, and new releases will come out each month. I know I'm personally going to be ordering a lot of them since I designed some of them, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to need this and this and this and this, please and thank you. Now, as for our members, it's because of you guys and your support that we're able to keep the lights on over here and do what we love. And we will be announcing our 6 new membership tiers that I can promise you have more perks than many of the other YouTube creators we looked at. And by being a member of our YouTube channel, you will get your money's worth by investing in us. Now, that's all I can really say about that. We're very, very excited about that. So remember, Monday, September 15th, I'm going to remind you every day. So just to let you know. Now, while I can't give a lot of spoilers about our new membership perks, I can tell you about our new show, TMI, Too Much Internet, that will start airing every Friday night live at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central on Friday, September 19th. I know we were going to do a few weeks ago. We had to push it for good reasons. This will be for all members only, and the first Friday of every month will be for non-members. So TMI is a show where our team of brave, chronically online hosts have curated the best weekly roundup of the strangest, funniest, and most confusing things happening on the internet. So it's going to be fun. I am so excited about the show. We do so much serious things all of the time. To just have a show where we can just laugh and be silly, I think it's great. Yes. And then last but not least, you guys, if you haven't yet, please join our Discord server, The Courtyard. We just did a Dexter Resurrection Marathon on Saturday, and it was awesome. This is where we all hang out when we're not live here. There's lots of true crime talk over there with case files and court documents, and we stream shows, movies, documentaries, game nights, and I may have heard a rumor about a murder mystery party happening soon. Just putting it out there. It might be happening again. And if you're not sure how Discord works, don't be afraid to ask for help. We were all noobs once, and we will help you guys get set up. So that was all my promos I have for today. Now, are you guys ready? Flash said too much internet. I should create something too much food because I eat a lot. Well, we do love food here. We literally talk about it all of the time. So this is the perfect place for you, Flash. And Flash, yeah, we got to hang out with you and Miss Lainey on Saturday. That was fun. It's always nice to hear people's voices when you just talk to them like this all the time. So it was lovely talking to you and Lady Tang as well. A murder mystery. Rumor has it. And the person starting that rumor is me. So I'm very excited about that. All right, you guys. Now, day 1, Cardi B. I don't know who the camera audio man is. I don't know if it was a last minute decision to film this trial. I don't know what they were doing. But day 1, it's only a couple hours, by the way. It's a hot mess. All right. The audio is not great. The camera work's not great. And it cuts off in the middle, maybe, of Emani Ellis's testimony. It's all we got. We've looked everywhere. Okay. And this is what we have. So I think we'll get through most of it anyway. I don't know if we really needed to hear anything. Hey, Buffy. Good morning, babes. Hope you're doing well today. All right. So let's switch over to this tab, shall we? I'm going to see how it goes. Now, I have to switch through this. Like I said, day one's a mess. I have 3 different videos, one for prosecution or plaintiff opening statements, the other defendant opening statements, and then the trial. The opening statements, you guys, this is the interesting thing about civil trials, is one, they usually have a time limit. I don't know if this one does, but their opening statements are literally like 8 and 9 minutes each, which is like, oh, okay. So, all right, let's do it. And yeah, we got long crime as our place today. That is not, hold on. There we go. You think it's my first day. Let's make sure those closed captions are on. They are. We'll move it. Well, they're all going to be in the way. Oh, you're not going to let me move it over there? Okay. Well, then I guess we'll just put it over this gentleman's face then. Also, I heard the lawyers are something else. So that should be interesting. All right.
At this point, I'm going to be giving an opening statement.
Oh, hold on. I forgot volume booster. Much needed again. Oh, let's move that a little bit more above my head for you guys. There you go. Oh, that's right over his face. And okay, that's just where they want to go. So, all right, let's see if that helped out.
Statement on behalf of the plaintiff, Emani Ellis, to give you a little overview of what this case is about. So basically, the evidence will show that this is a case where Emani Ellis, on February 24th, 2018,
is that good, guys?
Around 7 a.m., went to her job as she usually did, as a security guard. And her job was to protect the building on behalf of the landlord. And she went to her job on that day, and at approximately, the evidence will show that approximately 1:30 p.m., as she was doing her rounds, she was on the 5th floor, and the defendant got off the elevator. And as the defendant got off the elevator, the evidence will show that the plaintiff was excited. She was actually a fan of the defendant before this incident occurred. She was a fan of the defendant. And she said, wow, Cardi B is here, or something to that effect. And then the action happened. The evidence will show that Cardi B misunderstood what happened.
Oh, I didn't even see her shoulder pads, Dave.
Excited to see her and made that excited utterance. The plaintiff, the evidence will show that the plaintiff had an earpiece on her phone, in her ear. And when she was there in the building, Cardi B, again, mistakenly thought that Emani Ellis was telling people that Cardi B was at the building, but that is not the case. Plaintiff will testify that that is absolutely not the case. Now, Miss Ellis at the time was in uniform. She was working for Allied Security. She had a license to be a security guard from 2014 to 2018. Miss Ellis was hired on behalf of the owner of the building, the landlord.
See, it's already
and the landlord has a right to tell people to come in their building or to leave their building. If someone causes a disturbance, the security guard has a right to tell somebody, sorry, you got to leave. And if you don't leave, we're going to call the police. Yeah, that's their right to do that. The evidence will show that Cardi B was causing a disturbance. She started to yell. She started to curse. She started to really say things that don't make sense in this day and age. I think we all know.
Okay. Hold on. Let me see if I can. All right. Well, I don't want to like blow out your ears. So I guess I'll just turn the booster up more and just try not to say as much stuff then. I don't know if the booster brings up my audio too, which is weird. Shouldn't, but all right. Let's try this then.
That in this day and age, you don't use this type of language to people. Okay? I'm not going to even say the word. We'll have Emani Ellis tell you what the word is. You'll all hear how hurtful that word was to Emani Ellis. After she stated those words and hurt Emani Ellis, she then took a swing at her and attempted to hit her in the face. The evidence will show that after that, or sometime in between that, the evidence will show that Cardi B spit on the plaintiff, actually spit on her. And that's considered, according to the law, the evidence will show that it's considered an assault and battery in and of itself.
That is true.
There's some law enforcement
I like her wig, though.
people that would actually assault someone back if they got spit on. You can't just go around spitting on people. So the evidence will show that the defendant spit on the plaintiff. And then finally, to make it all worse and make it really bad, Cardi B then, in the attack, cut Emani Ellis's left cheek. She cut it with her fingernail. Cardi B is left-handed, and somehow she was able to cut the left cheek with her left hand. Okay? Because of this attack, Emani Ellis went to a Dr. Scher. Dr. Scher is a cosmetic surgeon, or was a cosmetic surgeon. The evidence will show that Miss Emani Ellis went to Dr. Scher to find out what can be done to help her with this cut. And Dr. Scher said we need to wait for at least a year, maybe 2 years, because we want to see if it turns into a scar.
We got a cougher.
Just run and do plastic surgery. So it did turn into a scar. And when she waited, and it was also very costly. She couldn't really afford the surgery. And as we all know, in April of 2020, the pandemic started. So another couple of years were lost because plastic surgery is an elective surgery. So she lived with the scar for another couple of years. And in 2021, Dr. Scher died. He passed away. Evidence will show that. In 2022, Emani Ellis went to a different doctor, Brent Mulliken, who you will hear from. Brent Mulliken is a plastic surgeon who is designated as an expert witness in this case, who will testify in his opinion why he believes where the scar came from in his opinion, which he will testify. The evidence will show that he will testify that in his expert opinion of being a plastic surgeon, that the scar came from the fingernail. The defendant, in addition to having long fingernails of 2 to 3 inches long on a regular basis,
We're only here till 1, so we're
different
fine.
metal objects that are attached to the fingernails, which make it more dangerous if you're going to touch somebody's face or something. You will hear from Emani Ellis. She will testify today about what happened to her. You will hear from the defendant, and then you will hear from Emani Ellis's grandmother, if we get to that point today, where she will explain a little bit about the changes that happened with Emani Ellis. So in a civil case, it's a little bit different. It's not, the scales of justice have to be tipped just a little bit more than 50%. You don't have to prove 100%. This is not a criminal case. This is a civil case. And as the judge read, one witness, the testimony of one witness alone is sufficient for you to believe that testimony. That's in the jury instructions that were just read to you now. The testimony of a single witness is enough to prove a fact. That's what we just heard now. And you will hear from multiple witnesses. The other thing I wanted to mention before I close is
It just kind of looked like that,
there
doesn't
needs
it?
to be
The shoulder pad.
some accountability from the defendant. The defendant has taken no accountability for what she's done. There should be some level of respect for security guards. When a security guard approaches somebody and asks them to leave the building, or approaches someone and tries to explain what happened, they should give some type of respect to the security guard and listen to what happened. No matter what, even if, this is not true, even if Emani Ellis told all of her friends that Cardi B was in the building, there was no reason to curse at her, spit at her, take a swing at her, and cut her face. All that
I don't know anything either,
is
Liz.
unnecessary and uncalled for. So with that, I ask you to keep an open mind, hear all of the evidence. Thank you very much.
And that was that opening statement. Okay.
All right.
Oh,
And Counsel, you want to
hold
review
on.
the question?
Shit. Sorry, guys. Oof. It's going to be rough. Your eardrums, I'm so sorry. Don't. All the other days are better, I promise. I check them myself. It's just today's. It's real bad. All right. So that was the plaintiff's opening statement where they're saying that Cardi is at the doctor's office. Emani comes in. Cardi assaults her by spitting on her and then cuts her cheek with a fingernail. And Emani had to go get plastic surgery over it. So we'll see. Let me see. Does it say how much money she's suing her for? I feel like it's like $24 million or something crazy. Anyway, let's get into the defense's opening statement, shall we? There's our little. Oh.
Okay, I want to mention first that you may have seen Cardi doze off. She does not live in Los Angeles. She traveled here for this trial. She's very anxious to see this, to be here, but she got food poisoning on the way out. And so I'm sure all of you can imagine how terrible that is. Do not mistake it for a lack of interest in the case. She's come a long way, and this is a very important proceeding for her, but she is sick, and so I apologize for that. This is the last time, the last opportunity I'll have to speak to you directly until all the evidence is in. This is my chance to tell you what I believe the evidence will be. Now, what I say and what counsel has said today are like promises. We're predicting, we're promising you what we're going to show, and at the end of the trial, and I want you to remember the promises.
Okay.
Because at the end of the trial, I'm going to ask you who kept their promises and who didn't. Now, obviously, both sides can't tell their side of the story at the same time. That would be chaos. So in our system, the person who filed the lawsuit gets to go first. You've heard many times today that it's very important that you keep an open mind, that you hear both sides of the story before, both sides of the evidence, both sides' documents, before you make a decision or come to any conclusions. It is only way, the only way to be fair to both sides, that you hear all of the evidence and not just jump to conclusions.
Okay.
Now, this is what we expect the evidence will show. First, Cardi is a loving mother to 3 young children and a devoted daughter and sister in a tight-knit family. She came from a very humble beginning. She is a successful recording artist now, but she was born in poverty in New York City's Washington Heights. She worked very hard to get where she is, In 2015, she joined the cast of a reality show called Love and Hip Hop New York. And from there, she all of a sudden got all these followers. And that ended up with her becoming a Grammy award-winning, critically acclaimed recording artist. Now, second, the evidence will show that in late February 2018, Cardi was about 4 months pregnant with her first child, excuse me. It was early in her pregnancy. She came out to Los Angeles for work, basically, related to the MBA event. And she asked a friend, or she asked someone to recommend a gynecologist. She wanted to just check. And so she made an appointment, or an appointment was made for her, to see a gynecologist at a medical building in Beverly Hills. They took special steps to make sure this was private. The appointment was on a Saturday afternoon. The doctor, the gynecologist, had arranged for his staff to leave early. Her normal security person did not join her because what could happen? She was going into he stayed in the car, she was going into a doctor's office, so what could possibly happen? And what happened was plaintiff. The evidence will show that plaintiff had her phone to her ear when the elevator opened as Cardi was trying to make her way to her doctor's office. She was a patient. And the plaintiff stated out loud, "Wow, that was Cardi B." Cardi turned around and saw the plaintiff holding up her phone, filming or photographing her. And Cardi said, "Why are you doing that? Why do you think you can photograph me? Just steps away from my doctor's office." And the evidence will show that plaintiff's response was a belligerent "because I can." Now, you will hear evidence that plaintiff continued to follow Cardi as Cardi tried to get to her doctor's office. Evidence that plaintiff continued to yell at Cardi. That when people from the doctor's office came out and told plaintiff to stop, saying, "You're a security guard, what are you doing?" That plaintiff continued. And when someone intervened and got between them, plaintiff started taking swings at Cardi B. As Cardi B backed up and backed up, Cardi B was, facing someone, with all respect, who testified and admitted that she was 240, 250 pounds, wearing black military boots, hovering over Cardi, yelling and screaming at her and taking swings at her, trying to get to her beyond the person who was trying to intervene, trying to calm things down. Now, I don't take any pleasure in saying this, but there will be evidence that it was plaintiff who yelled, "I will fuck your shit up."
Oh.
That's when someone intervened and dragged plaintiff to an elevator and said, "You have to leave. You have to leave." You will hear Cardi's testimony that she both feared for her unborn baby. This was her first pregnancy, and a very large woman was advancing towards her, and she was utterly confused that a security guard would be her attacker. Importantly, plaintiff has repeatedly changed her story over the last 7 years. You will hear evidence that under oath, she stated in what is called discovery, Cardi beat her about the head and body. Under oath, she said that. You will hear evidence that plaintiff stated, Cardi scratched plaintiff's nose. You will hear evidence that the story then changed, that Cardi instead scratched plaintiff's cheek, and you will hear evidence that plaintiff also said Cardi never touched her. That is the evidence that you will hear. And to put it mildly, we expect the evidence will establish that plaintiff is not telling the truth. Now, there's been this allegation that that Cardi got plaintiff fired. But we expect...
Objection, Your Honor. We'll discuss this issue.
This thing, claims withdrawn.
I apologize.
The claim was withdrawn.
Oh. Well, that's nice.
They'll do size difference things all the time.
So there is no employment claim?
It's not great, but
Okay. You've been very patient. The case just got smaller, but we still have a lot of evidence to put on. And I thank you for your patience, and thank you for keeping an open mind and waiting until you hear both sides. Thank you.
Is that this guy's like first day of being? Oh wait, there's more. Sorry.
Begin with the presentation of evidence at this point in time. Does plaintiff have a witness to call?
Yes, Your Honor. Plaintiff calls Emani Ellis to stand as our first witness.
Thank you.
All right, so they're bringing up Emani. Oh, I forgot to change my banner. Oh my goodness. I gotta switch over to another. Luckily, this will be the last one we have to switch over to. God, the first day is just a mess. Sorry, you guys, with the audio. If it's blasting your ears or I am, it's only for today. I promise. Okay. Oh, I took my presentation down. Silly me. There we go. Oh, it's the plaintiff attorney you don't like. Oh, I heard there was an attorney I wasn't going to like. I did like that the blonde, Cardi's blonde, oh, where's it at? There we go. Her. She just had this like shit-eating grin on her the whole time as he was talking. Like, okay, so see, they kind of the plaintiff side kind of downplayed the little altercation that they had. And Emani got cut on her cheek with a nail. I was under the impression that Emani was her security guard. No, she was just some rando security guard for the clinic or whatever. And Cardi's defense is like, no, it was a brawl. It was a pretty big brawl that happened because this woman wanted to take pictures of her, recognized her, and Cardi was like, no, don't do that. So that's kind of what happened. Wild beast of a woman. No, unfortunately, I mean, that's in a case like this where assault is the issue, you kind of do have to talk about the size difference. I don't know how big or tall Cardi is or Emani, but I'm assuming there must be a significant size difference since they keep bringing that up, or they're just a dick. I don't know, could be. But all right, so yes, our names are back to normal. It happened on Thursday, I think it was. Just in the middle of the stream, they changed. It was weird. The plaintiff was, I got from the defense that they were like, yeah, it was a brawl. But, okay. All right, let me make sure caption's on. There we go. All right. And this should, there we go.
Plaintiff calls Emani Ellis to stand as our first witness.
Thank you.
There we go.
Please raise your right hand. Please solemnly state that the testimony you may give in the cause now pending before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God?
Yes.
Thank you. May I please have you state and spell your first and last name for the record?
Yes, my name is Emani Ellis. Last name is Ellis.
Your first name, please.
Emani, yes, Emani.
Perfect. Thank you. You may take a seat. Please watch your step.
All right, go ahead, counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Ms. Ellis.
It does show her in a few minutes.
For the record, how old are you?
32.
And on the date of February 24th, 2018, what were you doing?
I was at work on duty as a security guard.
Where were you?
The address of the building was 8920 Wilshire Boulevard.
And for how long had you been working as a security guard as of 2018?
For 4 years.
And what did it take to become a licensed security guard?
You have to get fingerprinted and it's sent to the state of California for approval.
And do you have any criminal record?
No,
Could you become a security guard if you have a criminal record?
no,
Have you ever assaulted and battered anybody in your lifetime?
no.
Were you using your telephone to take photographs of the defendant when you saw her exit the elevator?
No.
So if you could just tell us in your own words, when you got to the 5th floor, you were doing your rounds, and you saw Cardi B, what did you say?
I said something along the lines of, that looks like Cardi B, or wow, that's Cardi B.
Were you talking to anybody at that time?
No.
For sure.
Yes.
Were you entering the elevator?
I was, yes.
Did you actually go inside the elevator?
I did, yes.
And did Cardi B exit the elevator?
She did, yes.
Okay, and then what happened?
After she heard me say her name, she turned back around, and the first thing out of her mouth was, excuse my language, was, why the fuck are you telling people that you seen me? At this time, I tried to calm her down and assure her that I didn't tell anyone that I seen her, and she was extremely upset.
Okay. And what did she tell you after that?
Then, excuse my language again, but she said, yes, the fuck you did, and then she put her finger in my face.
When she put her finger in your face, did she have long fingernails?
She did.
And approximately how long were her fingernails on the date when she put them in your face?
About 2 to 3 inches long.
When
I don't know how you do anything when your
have
nails are
seen
that long.
different pictures and videos of Cardi B, you notice that she has long fingernails in those videos and photographs.
Yes.
When you saw her today, did you notice that her fingernails were very short?
Yes.
Does she usually wear them that short?
Objection.
It's also flex foundation sustained.
Have you seen, well, strike that. For how long, were you a fan of Cardi B before this incident?
I was.
What kind of fan were you?
I enjoyed her music. I was interested in going to a concert. I didn't have any problem with her.
Did you ever go to see her in concert?
I had tickets to go to see her, but I never went after this incident.
Okay.
When were you supposed to go see her in concert?
I'm not sure of the date. It was sometime in 2018.
And you're very close with your grandmother, Diane Schmidt, is that correct?
Correct.
How old is your grandmother?
She's 79.
Does she have information about this incident? Objection.
Sustained.
Expectation.
Sustained.
Did you show your grandmother the scar on your left cheek after February 24th of 2018?
Overruled.
Could you repeat the question, please?
Did you show the cut on your left cheek after February 24th of 2018 to your grandmother?
I did not think he said the word cut.
Yes.
You catch my drift there.
And what year were you born?
1992.
And how many brothers and sisters do you have?
I'm the oldest of 5.
And your grandmother has seen you regularly from birth up to the present time?
Yes.
And what about your mother? Did you live with your mother up until a certain point?
Until the age 19.
Did you sustain any, well, straight back. Let me take you a little bit back to you. So, when you were at the building and Cardi B exited the elevator on February 24th, 2018, what were the words that she used that were so hurtful?
She used a lot of words. And again, excuse my language, but she was like, fuck you, you fat ass bitch. That's why I'm going to beat your ass. I'm going to get you fired. Nigga this, nigga that, bitch ass nigga.
Oh, YouTube is
That's why you
not
do
going to like that.
security. Ah, that's why you do security. Ah, she was sticking her tongue out. She was flailing her arms up and down. She was jumping up and down. Body shaming me. I mean, racial slurs, just a lot.
And did she spit on you?
She did.
Did her spit actually land on your body?
It did.
Why did you exit the elevator to speak with her after she said what she said?
I wanted to clarify the misunderstanding.
Did you also want her to leave because she was causing a disturbance?
At that time, she was causing a disturbance. She was yelling and screaming, and I did want her to leave.
And
Yeah.
as a security guard, were you working there as an extension of the owner to be able to make that kind of call, whether somebody should be told to leave?
I mean, maybe not. We'll see. See.
Could you repeat the question, please?
I'm going to ask you a different question. Did the landlord hire you as a security guard to protect its building?
Yes.
Overall.
And did you do that?
Yes.
For how long?
For about 4 years.
During those 4 years, did you ever have a problem with anybody else?
Never.
Not one time.
Not as far as I can remember, no. Not a perfect employee, but a good employee.
Did the defendant take a swing at you?
She did.
When she took a swing at you, it didn't hit your body, correct?
No.
Did the defendant use her fingernails to cut your face?
She did.
I don't have an opinion. I don't know anything
As a
about her.
result
So.
of the cut to your face, did you have to see 2 different plastic surgeons?
My flesh.
Yes,
Did you undergo plastic surgery?
I did.
Your Honor, if I may show exhibit number 7.
Well, that's the photograph. You never disclosed it.
22 photographs that we discussed already.
I'm going to let him show the photographs.
For the record.
What's that?
I'm sorry, for the record, please.
Oh, can you just identify it by number?
Yes,
Each
sir.
one?
Would it be okay to get one of those books? Your Honor, I would like to show exhibit 7-001.
Understanding you're objecting to their admission, do you want them to lay foundation, or are we going to stipulate foundation?
Well, I'm sorry, go ahead.
You want
I
to
thought you were
stipulate?
asking him for the lay foundation.
Do you want them to lay a foundation? You stipulate, so
No, we don't.
Okay. then why don't you show the photograph to your client first to identify what it is?
Yes, sir. If you can look into that notebook on your right, there'll be a number 7.
Oh, it only does this for a few minutes. Hold on. Let me get, again, whoever's in charge.
At some point recently, did you go to the building?
Ma'am. Why are you looking like a referee for?
People from my office to take
What are with the
photographs?
outfits
of the
today?
Yes.
And the purpose of taking the photographs were to show where the incident occurred and to give the jury understanding of what kind of building we're looking at, we're dealing with?
Yes,
And you feel it's important that they see that?
absolutely.
It's not a very flattering shirt.
Or may I publish that 7-001?
You only had her authenticate number the first page. You just want to have her thumb through it.
Sure.
Verify that those are the photographs you took and that they
Yes, Your Honor, I will do so. If you can look at 7-001 through 7-022, if you can look at all those photographs. Are those photographs of the building where you worked on February 24th, 2018?
Yes.
And if you look towards the end, 7-022, is that the area where the incident took place?
One second. Yes.
One of those horse or what are they called? Those cards?
I showed them to.
Yeah, just say there's
Horse
that.
cards, something like that.
Thank you.
Background is awful.
Okay, I'm just going to show exhibit 7-001. Ms. Ellis, is this the photograph that we discussed, which is the outside of the building where you worked at 8920 Wilshire Boulevard, Beverly Hills?
Yes.
Okay, 7-002, is this a closer picture of the same building?
Correct.
And this is a 6-story building in the city of Beverly Hills, it's an older building, correct?
Correct.
And then 7-003, we're getting closer to the front.
Correct.
7-004, is that the front entrance of the building where you work?
Yes.
Okay, 7-005, another photograph of the same front, closer up.
Yes.
7-006, you see that photograph? Is that the inside of the lobby of the building where you work?
Yes.
And 7-007, was that security booth there when you worked there? Do you
Oh.
remember?
It was.
Cameraman.
Did you sit behind that security booth?
I did.
And on the date of the incident, were you wearing your uniform?
Yes.
7-007 is a photograph of that booth where you sit. 7-008, was that sign there on the date when you worked there?
Yes.
7-009, these are the elevators that guests and visitors of the building would take to get upstairs, is that correct?
Yes.
And on the date of the incident, do you remember if you took the elevator to get to the 5th floor or maybe took the stairs? Do you remember?
I'm not sure.
All right, if I could take, we're gonna skip. Just go through it, get fast. 7-010, is this a photograph of the elevator which Cardi B got out of on February 24, 2018?
Yes.
And that's the elevator that you entered, correct?
Yes.
It's a relatively small elevator, isn't it?
Yes.
And 7-011, is that a photograph of the elevator area where the incident took place that we took recently?
Yes.
Not as nice.
And obviously on the day of the incident, you were there, it was Saturday, correct?
Yes.
Was it this way with garbage all around or not?
Not at that time, no.
7012 and 7013 and 7014 and 7015 are photographs of the hallway leading up to the elevator bay, correct?
Yes.
And did Miss Cardi B walk down the hallway after she spoke with you and came back, or did everything happen right at the elevator bay?
She did. She came out and looked around, and then
Never
when she
changed.
heard what I said, she turned back around to approach me.
Okay, if we could go to 7-021. This is where the entire incident took place, correct?
Yes.
And on the date of the incident, I'll start that. After the incident happened, were you intending to sue?
No.
Is that why you didn't take photographs yourself?
Objection, lady.
Assistant.
Why didn't you take photographs of the cut to your face or any injury you sustained after the assault and battery?
Objection lacks foundation argument.
Overruled.
Can you read the question, sir?
Why did you not take photographs of the scar after the incident?
I was upset. I was a lot going on. I'm not sure.
And you were not intending to sue, is that correct?
No.
Suspicious.
Were you intending to
Sorry.
sue Cardi B at that moment when the incident occurred?
No, I was not.
We have no photo of what her face looked like.
Uh, In addition to being a security guard, did you have interest in criminal justice?
Yes.
What were the classes that you took or were going to take?
I got my bachelor's degree in criminal justice administration.
And after this incident, did you continue in that path?
I chose a different career field.
What is your current career at this time?
I work in social services.
What do you do? Who do you work with?
Okay.
I work with low-income families to access resources.
Did Miss Cardi B, after this incident, post different things about you to her fans?
She did.
In how many different instances?
Probably about 2.
And did you do the same thing back to her?
Never.
After the incident, did you seek medical treatment from a psychologist, Nicole McKenzie?
Yes.
And that was approximately 2 months after the incident?
Correct.
What did Dr. McKenzie do?
Not
for you?
great.
She provided therapy, counseling therapy.
Was it helpful?
I believe it was at the time.
I don't like.
Before the incident, did you ever have
Open
any
my
type of psychological or psychiatric medical treatment?
Can I answer? Okay. Something happened with my sister and a neighbor. My family was given therapy on behalf of that. That was all I can recall.
And how long ago was that before the incident?
Over 10, 15 years ago before the incident.
So approximately what year was that?
I'm not sure.
And was there a gap between the completion of
This happens quite a bit. Just on day one. So let's zoom. There we go.
Lacks foundation calls for medical.
Sustained. Please disregard the prior answer.
Did you go to Nicole McKenzie because you were assaulted and battered on February 24th of 2018 by Cardi B?
Objection.
Overruled.
Answer? Yes.
Did you go there for any other reason?
No.
And around that time, did you also seek medical treatment from Dr. John Scher?
I did.
I'll be back.
And he's a cosmetic plastic surgeon? Or
Yeah.
was?
He was, yes.
Is it your understanding that he died in 2021?
Yes.
And when you saw him, did he advise you that you needed to wait at least 1 year to determine if the cut became a scar?
Objection. Hearsay and legal.
Why don't you rephrase the question?
Did Dr. Scher ask you to return approximately 1 year after he saw you for the first time?
He did.
Why did he ask you to wait 1 year?
Objection calls for speculation.
Do you know why he asked you to wait for a whole year before seeking medical treatment?
Objection lacks foundation.
He said he didn't want to treat it prematurely and for me to come back.
Did the scar become a keloid?
It made a scar, yes.
Do you know if it's called a keloid or you're not sure?
I'm not sure if it's called a keloid.
Before the incident of February 24th, 2018, did you have any scars to your left cheek?
Never,
Did you have any scars anywhere on your face?
never.
At some point, well, straight. Do you remember the pandemic in April of 2020?
I do.
Do you remember that there was a period of time where elective medical treatment was not allowed?
Yes,
What about the cost of the treatment? Could you afford to pay $15,000, $20,000 to get plastic surgery to your face?
no,
Did Dr. Mulliken agree to treat you on a lean basis?
he did.
And when you got medical treatment on a lean basis, is it your understanding that regardless of the outcome of the case, you still owe Dr. Mulliken the fees for the treatment that he did? Is that your understanding?
Yes,
Did you also see a pain management doctor for one visit?
I did.
Did you also treat with different psychologists, including Alex Avila and other psychologists on October 8th, 22 through July 2nd of 23?
Objection, it's a violation of order granting the motion in limine.
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
Did you seek treatment from psychologists, including Alex Avila and other psychologists from October 8th, 22 through July 2nd of 23?
Same objection.
Correct, yes.
And for that psychological treatment, did Dr. Avila's office agree to treat you on a lean basis?
They did, yes.
For Nicole McKenzie, did you, would the medical bills totaling $5,087 from her office for medical treatment that you received related to this incident?
Objection. Leaning, lacks foundation.
Sustained.
Is it your understanding that your total medical bills related to this incident are $36,000?
You need to start with the foundation. You need to establish what she knows and how she knows.
Thank you. Did you receive medical bills at your home from these different medical providers?
I'm not sure.
Did some of the medical providers send you bills to your home?
I'm sure, yes.
Did some of the medical providers that I mentioned advise you of the amounts that they were charging you for their medical treatment?
Yes,
Was the medical treatment that you received from these medical providers beneficial to you?
it was.
Do you still suffer from psychological issues related to this incident?
Objection.
Sustained.
I do, yes.
The objection was sustained.
I'm sorry.
Sustained, you don't answer.
The judge says sustained and you don't answer.
I apologize.
How often, since this incident of February 24th of 2018, how often do you see your grandmother, Diane Schmidt?
Objection, no regrets.
Once a month?
And where does she live?
In Las Vegas.
And she's here today to testify on your behalf?
She is.
Do you know how old your grandmother is?
79.
Do you have respect for authority?
Yes.
Assisting.
Where does your grandmother live?
Las Vegas.
Do you ever visit your grandmother in Las Vegas?
Yes.
And for what reason did you visit Las Vegas to visit your grandmother?
To check on her. She's a senior.
Do you take any medication or drugs?
No.
Do you drink alcohol regularly?
No.
Can you tell us a little bit about what your expectations are when you work security at that building on February 24th of 2018?
Are you asking me what were my duties today?
What were your expectations? What was your expectation from visitors or guests who were coming to that building on that day?
Assisting.
When you worked security on February 24th of 2018, did the owner hire you to do security for them?
Yes.
And why did they hire you?
Objection, cause for speculation, back foundation.
Assisting.
I remember that, Savage.
And after this incident, you decided to discontinue working as a security guard. We're not blaming it on the incident, but we're saying that, I want to be clear that after this incident, you have decided that you're no longer going to work as a security guard, correct?
Yes.
And before the incident happened, did you have that intention, or did that intention come about after the incident occurred?
Objection, compound.
It came after the incident. I had plans of promoting, moving up, definitely staying at that job.
Did you, well, I'll strike that.
She was
Did you ever
fired.
want to become a police officer?
I did.
Do you still want to become a police officer?
No.
And why is that?
I was deeply traumatized about what happened.
Can you tell me a little bit more about your trauma that you suffered from this incident?
Yes. I deal with anxiety, deal with depression. I have post-traumatic stress. I have a scar on my face. I deal with insomnia, things like that.
Do you believe that the
Okay.
incident, well, strike that. Are you single at this time?
I am.
Were you single at the time of the incident?
I'm not sure.
Do you believe that this incident has an effect on your future ability to have a partner?
Objection, lacks foundation, calls for expert testimony.
What?
Assisting.
Why? Like, okay.
Do you expect Cardi B to pay for your medical bills?
Objection, irrelevant.
Assisting. Sorry.
Aside from calling you the N-word, spitting at you, taking a swing at you, cutting your face with her fingernails, Is there anything else that she did on February 24th, 2018 to you?
I mean, the whole incident was super traumatizing for me. She did a lot that day.
Did she ever apologize for what she did?
Never,
Right.
Did you want her to apologize?
of course.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Cross again?
And if it's okay, I'll use the podium. With a slight adjustment.
I'm going to pause this for a second because I know the audio is rough. So I'm either really loud or you can't hear me at all. But she didn't seem to actually have a very detailed memory with having all of these other things she claims. She's like, no, I don't know. It was very traumatic. It was very traumatic. Here's the list of things I suffer from, but I can't give you a play-by-play, second by second. Exactly, Lady Gray. Exactly. Like, really? Really? I mean, yes, there is such a thing as suppressed memories and whatnot, but one, this is an alleged altercation with a celebrity who you apparently like a lot, that you may have had concert tickets for that you didn't attend, and you don't really remember when that concert was supposed to be. It just, and the lawyer's questions about her relationship, if she was in one, like, what was that about? You think somebody's, I don't even see a big scar on her face. Or did she have plastic surgery? I don't know. Either way, I think you'll be fine finding a partner, but okay. All right, let's see what defense has to say. Oh.
Good afternoon, Ms. Ellis. Your lawyer showed you photos of the building that you were working on as a security guard in February 2018. Do you know the name of the building?
I don't know the name.
Was it Beverly Hills Medical Center?
It could have been, yes.
Yeah, it was a medical facility, right?
Yes.
And the incident.
You couldn't remember the name of the facility that this happened at? Ma'am, you did not just come into this civil suit. This was years ago. Like, you don't even remember the name of the place? Good thing she didn't become a cop, right, guys? Oh. She gave Devers a run for her money. Okay.
That you claim happened that day happened at approximately 1:30 p.m.?
Approximately, yes.
And you knew at the time, when you saw Cardi B, that she was going to a medical appointment, correct?
I didn't know where she was going, but she was at the building.
And you understood that she was going to a medical appointment, right?
She was going to an appointment, yes.
And it was a medical building, right?
Yes.
And your deposition was taken and you said that you testified under oath in your deposition. Let me ask, do you remember your deposition was taken in this action?
Yes.
Do you remember taking an oath at the deposition to tell the truth?
Yes.
And that under the same penalties of perjury that apply in this courtroom, for example, correct?
Yes.
And you testified that you understood when you saw Cardi B that she was going to a medical appointment, right?
Funny.
Yes.
Now, after this incident, you talked to your supervisor at Allied, right?
Yes.
And she told you to submit a incident report, correct?
Yes.
And you emailed an incident report to your supervisor 2 days later, right?
I don't know about 2 days, but I sent it to her, yes.
Yes. And it was by email.
I'm not sure how she received it.
Your Honor, if we may, I'd like to show the witness the incident report that she did not produce in discovery.
To refresh your recollection.
I would object to that based on authenticity of some of her documents.
I think we did just refresh my recollection. So over.
This is a document that we got from Allied pursuant to a trial subpoena. And it's not in the book. So let me provide a copy. Should I hand it to the clerk?
You can push.
I'm sorry. Oh, thank you, Ron. Let's make sure. Here you go. Does that refresh your memory that you sent an email to your supervisor on February 26, 2018?
Okay,
Do you recall that now?
I don't, but I'm looking at what you gave me.
And that's your email address, right?
Yes,
And it's addressed to your supervisor, Jasmine,
yes,
and it's dated February 24, 2018. Oh, I apologize, it's dated February 26, 2018, and the subject is 224-18 incident report. You see that?
I see it, yes.
Yes. Now, before we talk more about that incident report, do you remember receiving in this case discovery requests that you had to verify under oath, where people asked you questions and about documents?
I'm not sure.
What do you mean you're not sure?
Well, let's see if we can refresh your recollection. With,
Very cagey. Not a good look, ma'am.
Which one is it?
If I may, Your Honor, to explain to counsel that it's plaintiff's response and objection to defendant Cardi B's demand for production of documents, set 2. And, yeah, Coach?
Sure.
Thank you. Look to the last 2 pages, is that a verification by you, signed by you, under oath, that the statements in the response are true and correct?
I'm sorry, were you asking me?
Is that your signature on the last page here?
Yes,
And you verified that, you signed stating that under penalty of perjury, the statements in the document are true, correct?
yes.
Okay.
Okay. Broke the stream with her caginess.
I'm not sure.
Well, please look at it. If you could please look at pages 5 and 6. The plaintiff has no emails related to this lawsuit.
Are you asking me about this email on the paper?
I'm asking you about the response. You made a discovery in this case stating that under oath you have no emails that relate to this incident. Is that
Well, that's
correct?
correct. I don't have access to this email anymore.
Okay, so you're, well, okay. Let's go back. Actually, we have one other response, another sworn response. Your Honor, I would like to show the witness plaintiff's responses to defendant Cardi B's special interrogatories, which rather than asking for documents, ask for information. May I approach?
Go ahead.
What is the date of the document?
It was served on January 3rd, 2024. And the verification is dated January 30, 2024. Yeah? Well. And that's your signature at the last page, verified under oath that the statements in the document are true and correct?
My signature, yes.
Okay, and you understood that you were verifying under oath that the statements in that document were correct?
Yes.
And in that document as well, you said you had no emails related to this incident, this lawsuit, right?
I'm not sure if I said that in this document, but
Could you please look at pages 4 to 5? In fact, you say it 5 times. If memory serves, it's in bold.
okay.
And you never produced the email that you sent to your supervisor on February 26th in 2018 in this lawsuit, did you?
I don't have access to that email, sir.
My question to you is, did you ever produce that email?
I'm not sure I know what you're asking.
Did you ask, you had discovery obligations in this, did you ask Allied for a copy of the email that you are now testifying you couldn't access?
I wasn't in communication with Ally.
Okay, so let's talk about what you said on the email to your supervisor 2 days after the incident. If you look at page 1, it states that you were the daytime guard on duty at 8920 Wilshire Boulevard. You were on patrol, and I had, quote unquote, I had 2 cell phones, the work phone and also my personal phone. I had my cell phone to my ear. Do you see that language?
Okay,
Do you see the language?
I see it, yes.
And you wrote that 2 days after the incident?
I don't remember writing this, but if this is what you have, then
Your Honor, I would ask that you read the whole sentence for completeness.
I don't have it in front of me, so I don't know that, but to the extent,
Well, that's the portion I intend to read. I mean, he's welcome to read whatever he wants to read.
Well, he's just reading half a sentence. It would be unfair to him.
why don't you provide a copy?
Yes, Your Honor. Well, let me actually include the declaration that came with it of Allied.
Sorry.
Oh, totally, Amos. Me too.
Too much stuff.
Sorry about the audio, guys.
We'll talk about the first paragraph.
It does appear to be a narrative, so if you want to read everything in context, so.
Should I read it, or are you asking her to read
No, go ahead.
it? Okay. And just that sentence, Your Honor?
Just read it. Whatever it is, make sure it's just in context.
Okay, thank you. Again, the context is that you stated in this that you are a daytime guard on duty at 8920 Wilshire Boulevard. Per usual, I was conducting a routine patrol of the building premises, and as part of that patrol, I checked the rooftop, all tenants levels, and parking garages. At approximately 13:30 hours, and just to clarify, that is 1:30, correct?
yes.
I was finishing a patrol on the 5th floor of the building. In my hand, I had 2 cell phones, the AUS work phone, and I also had my personal cell phone. I held my cell phone to my ear, checking my voicemail because my mother is recovering from cancer and is in chemotherapy, so sometimes I don't get the calls and have to check the voicemails. Do you remember that?
I'm reading it with you, yes.
And are you telling me you have no recollection of this
Was it
2-page email detailing the event that you've sued over?
I remember writing an incident report and sending it over.
Well, do you recall also that you produced in this case your T-Mobile cell phone records, correct?
Yes.
And if I could,
Not checking the voicemail.
I believe that's something we can display because it is an exhibit.
Can you share, Your Honor, may I ask if they can share the exhibit number, please?
So why don't we, just to move things along, why don't we take our afternoon break now? Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take an afternoon break. Since we have a couple of things to discuss and I need to give the court reporter some time off, why don't we resume back at 3:15? In the meantime, please do not discuss the case with anyone, including other jurors. Don't formulate opinions or do any research about the case. We will see you at 3:15.
Let's see. They let the jury leave. It looks like they talk a little bit, maybe. I have a cheat sheet, so
Exchange exhibits, do we not exactly sure what has happened? Did we not exchange exhibits? Do we not have joint trial records? So what's going on here?
I apologize. This is what we have tried to convey. Since July, we've been trying to work with this gentleman to get his exhibits and to finish the exhibit, the joint exhibit list. We have filed the memorandum with the declaration that shows me in August repeatedly asked.
Okay, let's fast forward.
We have not.
Maybe there's a lack of meeting occurring. Do you have all their documents yet?
At 8:45, he handed it to me today.
Okay.
And we previously produced the documents and produced them as trial exhibits by service at 11:47 on Friday, which he disputes happened, but I have a good service.
Okay,
And if I made my comment, would like to add something.
sure.
May I, Your Honor? I just want to be clear that on Wednesday, I was moving my son to college and got a message from plaintiff's counsel that the court wanted us to make change to the documents. He did not respond, as Peter said, this is detailed in something we filed in the court, letter after letter after letter, he did not respond to. He already filed his documents to the court on Tuesday when he's leaving me voicemail saying, the court is telling us we have to make changes to the documents and submit them. The documents that were filed were not filed by August. He was leaving voicemail saying we have to get the documents filed while he already filed the documents. Yeah, I just wanted you to know,
I'm
those
working
are not our
about
documents.
exhibits. Do you have you got their exhibits this morning?
We got their exhibit book this morning.
Okay.
Art.
does not have it together.
We're trying to not trip over a wire. And I apologize for that, Your Honor. It almost killed me. I think what I'm about to say is correct, but one of these two lawyers will correct me if I'm wrong. We initially, before the final trial status conference, filed what we had and explained that we had not heard from counsel. Counsel, the court admonished everyone to cooperate. We identified 3 remaining open issues and repeatedly asked him to identify the documents. He has these for his exhibits, he had these generic references to medical records, things like that. We asked him, and he's asking us to put authenticity, and we said, give us the documents so we know what we're situating to. We did not get a response to any of those questions. He then unilaterally, as we got closer to the, he unilaterally last week filed these trial documents, which we understood he was saying us to review, pursuant to what Ms. Moore just said, and found out only on Saturday he didn't actually file them. Yesterday, to at least show our side of it, because he doesn't include everything that we put in, filed our own unjoined exhibit and jury instructions and everything. So it is extremely confusing, I understand that. But there is no agreed upon joint exhibit list. There is no agreed upon joint witness list. Our witness list, for example, includes Tierra Malcolm. His doesn't. Things like that.
Okay. Do you have all their exhibits now?
Yes, sir. I'm not clear what he's talking about. The court's order says we're supposed to bring them 5 books today. I brought 5 exhibit books today. I gave him 1, and I distributed it to the court. And he's giving me his book. So I don't know what he's talking about. But what I do notice is throughout this cross-examination is just springing on things. I don't know if it's for impeachment or not, but that's my concern. When I ask him, where is it in the exhibit book? He can't tell me.
And I think that was one of the points that the court made earlier. I don't want interrogatories and RFPs to be exhibits because they're not.
They aren't included in the exhibit book.
And so I think your obligation is to specifically identify the caption and the date it was served. I think that's adequate to put the plaintiff's counsel on notice.
And that's what I did, and yes.
I know, but he had to ask. So.
My apologies.
Okay.
My apologies. And this particular Allied document is a document that was produced from Allied's records, this email. We have an affidavit.
No, I don't have an issue with this. I mean, you refresh your recollection, and I think she agreed that she sent it. So.
And I showed him as I was passing what the discovery response was, but I'll be specific without him asking.
So I need you all to work together a little bit more.
Yeah, I wish we could.
Shouldn't be fighting against each other. It's your clients that you're trying to represent here. So we need to put our heads together. Do we have a final verdict form?
We did, we filed one before and he approved it. Your Honor made one change to it, and I don't recall what it was, because we had, I think there were a few words that were different in the approved form, and that was done at the final status conference.
Oh.
We also had a joint statement, but Your Honor cleaned that up.
Okay. So, and here's the issue, just to explain myself with respect to the extent that she treated with a doctor, she did treat with a doctor, and so I'm not going to exclude that. If I excluded the doctor as a witness, that's a different story.
Well, the evidence is that if you're talking about Dr. Avila, he was not a treating physician.
She testified that he was. So.
Well, that's because he's trying to do an end run around the exclusion of Dr. Avila.
All right. Anything further?
Yes, Your Honor. In my defense, Your Honor, all of these things I disagree with. I'm not going to get into the details. All I can say is Dr. Avila did treat my client, and he signed the report in the bill, and that's why I asked her about it. So,
okay.
And if I may just, because I know you've got a lot of cases. Dr. Avila was never identified as an expert. He then tried to replace Dr.
We've gone over this.
Okay, just want to make sure you remember.
I do.
Thank you.
Okay. We will see you.
Hey. So they don't have it together, it sounds like, at all. I don't know if this is one lawyer's first trial ever or what. Emani is not helping her case at all. Now, where do I need to go here? To 118, I believe it is.
Matter.
There we go. Hold on. I have some problems with Emani's testimony, like a lot. I don't remember this. I don't remember that. I guess if you said I wrote it, I don't know. Apparently her story has changed so many times, and they dug out this email from her the company she worked for, and she's like, I don't know. She is not doing great on the stand. It's almost as if this is a load of bullshit. But here we are. All right, back to it. I think we only have like 45 minutes left or something like that. So back up just a little bit because I talk over the thing. Oh, and for my Southerners who say fuss all the time, did you notice the judge's name is Judge Fusselman? Because I just did, and I've been waiting to point that out. So I love that. Judge Fusselman. It's cute. Okay. Yeah. I love that too. Oh, wait. I guess it was. Yes. Oh, my God. I don't know what that was. Oh, that was so bad. I hit the wrong button. We're all okay. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I can't wait till tomorrow when the sound and video are not as bad. Oof. First day is rough. And she's like, this is the reason why I didn't want to be a cop anymore. What? If you want to be a cop, why don't you just go to the academy? Oh, I don't buy this lady's bullshit at all.
Are present, as are the members of our jury.
There we go.
Ms. Ellis here on the stand, and you're reminded you're still under oath.
Oh, this audio is nice.
All right. You want to resume your cross-exam?
Somebody fixed this during the break.
Okay, let's back up just a little. 1 second. So, on that day in February 2018, when you were on duty as a security guard, you were wearing black boots, right?
Yes.
And you testified earlier when your counsel was asking you questions that you had a earpiece and you were checking voicemail.
Hmm.
Well, I'm sorry, I was stating that you had an earpiece in your head when you saw Cardi B, right?
Yes.
And you were, but then in the incident report, we saw that you wrote that you had your phone to your ear, correct?
Okay.
Is that correct?
That's what it says on the paper. Yes.
Yes. And if you look at that incident report at the very top, it says from Emani Ellis, Emani Ellis at gmail.com. That's your personal email account, right?
Yes.
Okay. And is doing incident reports a normal practice in the security guard business?
When something happens, yes.
In fact, you do daily activity reports as a security guard.
Yes.
So the reports are very important, right?
Yes.
And in the incident report, when you were reporting back to your supervisor, you said that you were checking your voicemail, right?
That's what the email says.
The email that bears your name, right? Reporting on the incident that you have sued over.
Okay.
Is that correct?
Yes.
If we could turn in the blue book to file exhibit 200. You see it?
Yes.
And that's a letter from your lawyer to me.
Okay.
Is that correct, Ken?
Yes.
And if you go to the page that has a lot of blacked out entries, is it correct that that is a portion of your T-Mobile invoice, including for February 24, 2018?
Yes.
And you see that at 1:30, you received a call, and that lasted, what, 22 minutes?
Objection, Your Honor. The document does not say 1:30.
Okay.
Well, maybe my glasses aren't, I need to get a new prescription. Do you see the entry? It's 1:10 PM for 22 minutes?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's a phone call that you received and talked on the phone for 22 minutes?
Yes.
And
Cardi,
at 1:40, you made an 8-minute phone call?
Yes.
And whose phone number is that?
Which time are you referring to?
310-403-3656.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Yes, absolutely, I apologize. 310-403-3656.
I don't know who the number belongs to, but it's probably a family member of mine.
Is that Nicholas Jackson's phone number?
Probably yes.
And if we could go back. And you testified that you said, when you saw Cardi B, you said something to the effect of, wow, that was Cardi B.
Something to the effect of that.
And at that point, as a security guard, you knew it would have been improper for you as a security guard to tell people that Cardi was a patient at a medical facility, correct?
I didn't tell anyone that I saw her.
Could you please answer the question? No, I can repeat it if you like.
Okay.
Isn't it true that as a security guard who had been trained, as you said, and worked for 4 years, you knew it would have been improper for you to tell people that Cardi B was a patient at a medical facility?
Objection, asked and answered.
Overruled. Answer.
It would be improper, but I did not tell anyone I saw her.
Move to strike everything after improper.
So maybe I just want you to answer the question, okay?
Oh.
If you can answer the question with a yes or no question, please answer yes or no.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understood when you saw Cardi B that she thought that you were using your phone to tell people that she was at a medical facility, correct?
Yes.
And as I understand it, you deny that you used your cell phone to photograph or film Cardi B on that day. Is that correct?
That's not true. I didn't record her or film her.
The question was, is it correct that you deny using your personal cell phone to photograph or videotape Cardi B on February 24, 2018?
Yes.
It's actually big enough to do this.
And isn't it correct that you don't have that phone, right? You no longer have that phone, you disposed of it. You can't show us that phone and show that you don't have any photographs. or
Thank you
videos
on
of
top
Cardi
for the
B.
super
Isn't that
sticker.
correct?
Yes.
Thank you.
And rather than simply leaving, you stepped out of the elevator and told Cardi B to repeat what she said. Say it again. Isn't that what you did?
No.
Well, if you look at the incident report, quote, you see in the second paragraph, I stepped out of the elevator and asked her to repeat what she said to me. And so she did, angrily putting her finger in my face and yelling at me. Do you see that?
I stepped out of the elevator to clarify.
And you told her to say that again, right?
I don't remember saying say that again.
And your testimony was that you and Cardi B yelled at each other for 30 seconds?
She yelled at me. My voice was firm because I was upset.
Are you denying that you testified at your deposition and stated to Dr. McKenzie that you were yelling and cursing at Cardi B?
I'm not denying it. I just wanted to clarify.
Okay.
And as you were yelling at Cardi B and people stepped out of her doctor's office, one of them stepped in between you to separate you two. Isn't that correct?
Yes, because she was in my face.
And the people came out of the woman's care doctor's office?
Employees came out from the 5th floor. I would assume they were from women's care.
And the woman who stepped in between you came out of that office?
I believe it was her, yes.
And you testified in your deposition that Cardi B spit at you after the other people came out of the doctor's office. Isn't that correct?
She did.
Move to strike as non-responsive. And if
Why don't you just clarify the question?
you testified at your deposition under oath, you said at that point that Cardi B spit at you after the other people came to intervene in the argument. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
And yet in the report, you state I advised Cardi B that she needed to get her finger out of my face because I had not did anything to her. She then responded by spit at me. That's how it's spelled. And as a result, I became angry and yelled out to her to leave me alone and go on about her business. A few moments later, I remember a few people coming out and trying to separate us. That's what you said in your email, correct?
Correct.
And you stated in your incident report that Cardi B's nails were 3 inches long that day.
They were.
Your Honor, if we could ask for an admonition for the witness to answer the questions I'm asking.
Yeah, so please just focus on the question and answer the question as asked.
Yes, Your Honor.
And the question is, you claimed in the incident report that Cardi's nails were 3 inches long that day. Isn't that true?
Yes.
And you testified at your deposition that Cardi pointed her fingernail at your face, right?
Yes.
And you state in your February 26, 2018 incident report, bear with me for a second. I'm sorry, I have a marked copy of this one and I didn't bring it with me. You state in your incident report that she scratched you on your nose, right?
Got your nose. Celebrity edition.
Well, it's contrary to this, sorry.
Oh, Llama.
You testified in this trial, excuse me, that Cardi B cut your cheek. Yet you stated in your email to your supervisor on February 26, 2018, that Cardi B cut you on the nose. Isn't that true?
Objection misstates the testimony.
Overruled.
She put her finger in my face.
Okay, first of all, you have testified here today under oath that Cardi B, 7 years later, that Cardi B cut your cheek, your left cheek. Isn't that true?
Yes.
And you state in your report 2 days after the incident that she scratched your nose. Quote unquote, third paragraph. At this time, she continued to yell at me and point her 3-inch acrylic fingernails into my face, scratching my nose. See that?
Yes, but into my face.
You have to strike out everything after that.
Over, motion denied.
But into my face. Sorry, this
You were
one is.
clear at your deposition that you had changed the story to Cardi supposedly cutting your cheek, not her nose, right?
No.
You specifically testified to that, didn't you?
I'm not sure I know what you're asking.
At your deposition, you specifically testified that you were not scratched on your nose that day, you were scratched on your cheek.
She touched my nose, but she scratched my cheek.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay, but in the incident report, you state scratching my nose, right? You have to answer audibly.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Am I a gangster diva?
In fact,
We're not.
you demonstrated at the deposition how Cardi B supposedly was nose to nose with you, but jabbed your cheek. Is that true?
Yes.
And if we could show that. This is the video of the deposition where plaintiff demonstrates how she was supposedly scratched on the cheek. That's the deposition video.
She boots her flip.
We may have to come back to that.
Just you have to identify by page and line.
Well, we'll have to come back to that because I don't have that. I have the deposition video. Actually, well, I don't want to hold things up. We'll do that a little bit later. And you admitted at your deposition that there is no scar on your nose, right?
I'm not sure.
Well, we can play that back for you if you like. But
Do
you
it.
testified at your deposition that there is no scar on your nose.
I'm not sure.
We're working on that.
I can't do it.
In your response, your verified response to the written discovery that was served on you in this case, and specifically the special interrogatory, interrogatories number 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 14, 25, 26, 27, and 28, that Cardi beat you about the head, face, and body. Is that what you did?
I'm objecting because I don't have the number of special rog he's talking about, the set and the date.
I haven't used it yet.
But he's asking her about, I want to know what he's talking about.
Why don't you break it down?
I'm sorry, Ron?
Why don't you break it down to the specifics? Share article.
Well, in light of counsel's objection, I can show the witness.
It might be faster if you just read the interrogatory and the response.
Like, did this woman not think that they were going to come with receipts for things about things she said?
Bear with me for your second.
Not great.
Counsel, plaintiff's responses to defendant Cardi B's special interrogatory set number 1.
Is that the 2022,
Yes, sir.
August 9/22?
May I answer? I just don't like counsel talking to each
You
other.
clarify.
Okay, yes, counsel, it is. The verification under oath is dated August 9, 2022.
Thank you.
Right.
And if I can direct you to interrogatory number 1 on page 4. And sorry, it's a long one. I'm trying to. I mean, I don't want to hold this up, so I'm going to have to go back to it because somewhere in this long bolded thing of a page and a half, there's references to what I'm looking for. Oh, I got it. Page 4, beginning line 17.
I'm sorry, what was that?
At page 4, line 17 of plaintiff's sworn response to Cardi B's special interrogatory set number 1, the interrogatory, the response states, and among other things, in specific, on or about February 24, 2018, plaintiff was lawfully working as a security guard on or near the premises of the subject property when defendant Bacalus Marlenas Almanzar assaulted and battered plaintiff by violently, unlawfully, intentionally, suddenly, and maliciously striking her about the head, face, and body. Do you recall swearing to that under oath?
Yes.
And we can go back to the way you demonstrated this alleged assault on your cheek at your deposition. If we could please play the video associated with 55 minutes, 9 seconds to 56 minutes, 6 seconds.
Is there a question and answer?
Oh, those are pages and lines, I'm sorry. Page 55, line 9 to page 56, line 6.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
When Cardi put a finger in your face, where in your face was it?
She struck me on my nose and on my cheek. She wears her nails very long, very bedazzled, very sharp. So yes.
And it made contact with your nose?
Yes, and my face.
And so 2 times she touched you?
Yes, so she was like this.
When you say like this, she put her finger?
Pointing, yes, so like this. Pointing her finger at my face, yes.
And it touched your nose?
Yes.
What part of your nose?
Whatever part of the nose that the nail landed on, yes.
I mean, is it the bottom, the middle, the top?
I'm not sure.
And which cheek did she touch?
My left cheek.
Thank you. Do you remember giving that testimony?
Yes.
And if you need a moment, you can look at the incident report, but isn't it correct that in the incident report, you made no claim that Cardi struck you about the head and body?
I put in the incident report that she had her finger in my face and she struck my face.
She cut your nose, right? Isn't that what you put in the incident report? That she scratched your nose? I can read it again if you like.
I don't need you to read it. I'm not sure.
Is there anywhere in this incident report that you prepared and sent to your supervisor 2 days after this alleged incident that you said that Cardi struck your body?
In the incident report, it says that she struck me, yes.
Where?
It's in the paper.
I'm sorry?
It's in the report.
Where in the report?
I reported it that she had her finger in my face.
I understand that, but let's set aside putting her finger in your face. Let's
I
set
mean,
aside supposedly
there's proof.
scratching you on your nose that time. That was what you were saying. Is there anywhere in the report that says that Cardi on that day struck your body?
I'm not sure.
Oh my God.
Take a moment and look through it.
Ugh. Yeah, this woman is very not credible or believable to me.
As I'm reading it, I reported that she put her 3-inch fingernails into my face. So that's what I remember reporting.
Well, let's be accurate. I mean, truth is important and accuracy is important. This report that you did 2 days after the incident claims that she put her 3-inch fingernails in your face and scratched you on the nose, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about immediately after the accident.
But Your Honor, I'm gonna object. He said in the face, but the document says into the face. There's a difference.
Why don't you clarify the question?
In the incident report, the only scratch that you report is a scratch on your nose that you supposedly suffered that day, correct?
Right. Yikes.
I'm not sure.
You need another moment to look at this?
I reported that she touched my face with her finger, sir.
Ma'am, the question is, in your incident report, you told your supervisor 2 days afterwards that you suffered a scratch on your nose and no other scratches were mentioned, correct?
Okay.
Which is
Okay.
You agree?
I don't agree with what you're saying, but I'm saying okay for the purposes of your question.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what that means, but let's move on.
Okay.
After the incident,
Okay.
You
Okay.
don't even know if there was any blood, right?
It broke the skin.
Please, ma'am, just answer the question I'm asking. You testified at your deposition that you did not know if the alleged scratch, this time on your cheek, even bled. Isn't that true?
Correct.
And you didn't go to a doctor that day for this alleged assault and battery, did you?
I saw a medical doctor, but not at the day of the incident.
Okay, again, let's focus on the questions I'm asking. You allege
You
that-
couldn't remember if
that
it bled?
You were assaulted, battered, beaten up, scratched somewhere, sometimes on the nose, sometimes on the cheek, and you went home and took a nap, right?
I was
That's what you
upset.
testified
Yes.
at your deposition.
Yes.
Maybe called your mother, right? That's what you testified to, right?
Yes.
You didn't call your grandmother though, did you?
No.
You never even put a Band-Aid on this alleged scratch, wherever it was, did you?
Objection calls for speculation.
Overruled.
No.
No.
It's not.
When counsel was asking, your counsel was asking you questions today, he said that he basically elicited testimony from you that since you didn't think you were going to sue, you didn't take any pictures of your alleged injury in February 2018. Isn't that what you
This is at an OB-GYN
Yes.
office.
At your deposition, though, you testified you took pictures that day, and you can't find them. They disappeared somehow. Remember that?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so I would like to have our technician, well, first of all, let's start at page 69, lines 18 to 20.
Any objection?
Yes, I would ask that he read both before and after, not just the specific lines of.
You know the pages and lines that you want to read.
Yes. Can you show me? Another issue I have, Your Honor, is he's produced deposition transcripts to the court. He hasn't given me a copy of that.
I don't know that he has to give you a copy of your client's deposition.
Oh no, is this where it cuts off for the rest of the day? Surely not. Where are we at here? No. Okay.
I don't see any objections, so go ahead.
Slowly but surely.
Did you take any pictures of your face at the time?
I did take pictures.
Okay.
There's several other examples where you testified that you took pictures, but somehow you just don't know where they are. You took pictures of the cut, that you supposedly suffered after this, or during this alleged assault. And you took pictures way back in 2018, but somehow can't find them. Is that what you testified to?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And you testified when counsel was asking you questions that you decided you didn't want to be a security guard anymore. Isn't that true?
Yes.
In fact, you were fired. Isn't that true?
Objection, Your Honor. We discussed this at length.
Probably from all the
Isn't
dentist
that the truth?
stories.
You were actually fired by
Told you.
Llama for acting unprofessionally as a security guard. Isn't that true?
Same objection.
Over.
Yes.
And in the incident report, you apologized to your employer, Allied, for acting unprofessionally and exposing them to potential liability. Isn't that
Oh.
true?
That's what you said in the email to them? Hmm.
Was there an answer?
I'm sorry?
Was there an answer?
No, I guess we need a report, but if it helps, maybe I can direct you to the second page.
Yes.
And after you were terminated as a security guard, you got a new job that paid more money than the security guard job paid, correct?
Yes.
She was
And you said
fired.
that you consulted with Dr. McKenzie, excuse me. That was because you filed a workers' comp claim, right?
Yes.
And so you filed a workers' comp claim against Allied, and that's why you met with Dr. McKenzie, correct?
Yes.
And you met with her in April of 2018,
Yes.
and you testified at your deposition that you told Dr. McKenzie the truth about what happened on February 24, 2018, right?
Yes.
What did she say?
Okay. In this action, you served, well, you're a patient of Kaiser Permanente, correct?
Yes.
And in this action, we obtained a copy of your medical records from, let's see, beginning June 8, 2023. Bear with me for a second, please. Actually, it goes back, I think, further, but have you seen those records?
I'm not sure.
How are
Isn't
you
it-
sure?
Well, I hate to ask this question, but they did diagnose you as having severe obesity, correct?
Yes.
And they did conclude that you had full capacity and no history of patient status change. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
The only pains that you complained of, January 25, 2021, December 27, 2021, were belly pain and low back pain, right?
Objection calls for expert opinion.
Correct?
Yes.
And you hurt your finger at one point, right?
I'm not sure.
Her finger.
I can show it to you, but let's just move on. You had various things, tailbone pain, right hamstring pain, but you had no report, no reference in 161 pages of medical records to a scratch on your face. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
And there's no reference in 161 pages of medical records to anxiety, post-traumatic stress syndrome, blows to your head or face, correct?
Yes.
That only came up when you filed this lawsuit, right?
I'm not sure I know what you're asking.
Also, you were in a car accident in 2021, isn't that true?
Yes.
And hit your head.
Yes.
You were in a car accident again in November of 2023 on Pico Boulevard, right?
I'm not sure if it was on Pico, but it was in that area. Yes.
Right. You sued over that, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay. Your Honor, if I may, if I could just consult with my colleague, I think I may be close to done.
it seems a little like that. Yeah, and that's the thing too, right? She doesn't go get medical care after getting the shit beat out of her, apparently. That's really unbelievable. I do not believe her. I'll say that Cardi B's lawyer is doing a very good job turning all her words against her. She doesn't want to admit to anything that she's previously testified under oath or wrote in a report. She takes no accountability for a single one of those instances.
Team effort. If you can bear with me. We talked about how you told Dr. McKenzie the truth about what happened, right?
Yes.
And you told her that Cardi B almost scratched you. Isn't that true?
Okay,
I'm not sure saying almost.
the binding if a law has been broken.
You know the person at Women's Healthcare who intervened when you were basically assaulting Cardi B, don't you?
No.
Well, isn't it true that 3 weeks after that event, you called up Tiara Malcolm, the receptionist, who put her body in between yours and Cardi B's and took your blows? You called her up to try and get her to help you in this case. Isn't that true?
I'm not sure.
Let me just check one thing. Sorry, I want to be sure. I'm just double checking. I also want to just reiterate that in your deposition, you testified under oath that Cardi spit on you after Ms. Malcolm and others came out of the doctor's office to try and stop you from going after Cardi B. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
And in your incident report, you reported to your boss, your supervisor, that Cardi supposedly spit at you before people came out because of all the yelling. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
Your Honor, I think that's all the questions I have for this witness.
All right. Yes, Your Honor. I would like to read from the deposition transcript, page 61, lines 23 to page 62.
let me turn this over to you.
Page 62, line 14.
I'm sorry, Council, I was trying to get out of the podium so you could take it. Those cases?
I remember you
Page
saying that.
61 to 62. You want the line?
Yes, please.
Line 23 on page 61 through lines 14 on page 62.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. So, question, did you fill out any written paperwork about the incident? Answer, there was an incident report made for that day, yes. Question, when you say there was an incident report, is that something you completed? Answer, yes. Question, when did you prepare the incident report? Answer, I'm not sure. Part of what Jasmine wanted me to do was write an incident report. I'm not sure how long after it was done. Question, okay, when you say an incident report, is that something where you send an email or is it a pre-printed form that you complete? Answer, normally it's a pre-printed form. We didn't have those forms at the location that I was at, so she did ask me to type it up. Do you remember at your deposition, a different attorney asked you questions about this incident?
Yes.
And you did tell that attorney that you made an incident report, correct?
Yes.
And that's the 2-page email that counsel asked you about?
Yes.
And in your incident report, on paragraph 3, it states that at this time, she continued to yell at me and point her 3-inch acrylic fingernails into my face, scratching my nose. I advised Cardi B that she needed to get her finger out of my face because I had not did anything to her. So when you wrote this incident report, you estimated that the fingernails were 3 inches long?
Yes.
And when you said that the fingernails went into your face, what did you mean by that?
I meant when she was going like this, her nail touched my cheek, touched my nose.
Did it actually cut your cheek?
Yes.
Did it cut your nose?
No.
But she can't remember if she's bleeding or not.
And then counsel asked you about the T-Mobile bill. You testified that this incident occurred at 1:30 p.m., correct?
Approximately, yes.
And the T-Mobile bill shows phone calls at 1:10 p.m. and 1:40 p.m., correct?
Yes.
You were not making any phone calls at the time of the incident, correct?
Objection.
I can withdraw the question. Did you make any telephone calls at the time of the incident on February 24th, 2018?
No.
Did you make a phone call 10 minutes after the incident on February 24th, 2018?
Yes.
The phone number 424-219-2078. Whose phone number is that?
I believe it was my mom.
Uh-oh, somebody's got a new phone number.
Did you tell anyone that Cardi B was at this medical facility just before the incident occurred on February 24th, 2018?
No.
If you did do that, Does that give Cardi B the right to assault and battery?
Objection, Your Honor.
Assisting.
Your Honor, if the court may take judicial notice of the complaint in this case,
I'll take one.
I'm not sure for what purpose.
because the discovery response that was read is verbatim as to what the complaint says.
No.
When written discovery was prepared with you, was it done by your attorney's office?
Yes.
Do you know what written discovery is?
Yes.
What does the word form interrogatory mean? Do you know?
No.
Do you know what the word special interrogatory means?
No.
Do you know
Okay.
request for admission?
No.
Do you know demand for production of documents?
No.
These are discovery questions that are prepared with your attorney?
Yes.
When I asked you earlier if any pictures were taken, you were truthful in your answers, correct?
Yes.
And when you answered me about whether pictures were taken, did you understand my question to be on the date of the incident?
Objection. It's argumentative. I'm sorry for that. I shouldn't. It's argumentative, Your Honor.
Advice Foundation as well, sustained.
Did you take pictures of your scar or your cut or anything on your body on the date of the incident of February 24, 2018?
I'm not sure.
Oh my
Did you
God.
at some point later on take photographs?
Yes.
When you treated with Dr. McKinsey for your claim, whether it was for a work comp claim or not, were you in need of psychological care?
Yes.
And her treatment was helpful to you?
Yes.
No further questions.
Recross?
Yes, Your Honor. Just briefly.
Right? Oh my gosh, what was it called? Amica cream or something? Something like that. Yeah, she's full of shit, Simone. All right. She is. She's full of shit. This lady is. So let me see. Is that the end of the testimony for the day? Yes, it is. Right? 2:03. Yep. Okay. So that's it for day one. The whole rest of the video is in black and there is no audio and nothing. And Emani is the only one that takes the stand on day one. So also it turns out I do not know how to do time math, adding things together, because I thought we'd have like another 25 minutes, but apparently not. So yeah, so that is day one of the Cardi B trial. And wow, I don't know if I've ever seen a witness bomb as hard as her. In my opinion, that's my opinion. She was very cagey, very defensive, when you didn't really need to be. She didn't seem to remember much about anything for any question she was asked. It was a lot of, I don't remember. I don't know. Like, how do you not know anything about a case where you're claiming, you got PTSD from this and all these other list of things that you want millions of dollars for, but you can't really give up much, if any, information about what actually happened. Oh, money, babes. Not good. Not good. Yeah, if I was, I would know every freaking detail. Okay. I'd be up there just telling a story for hours. I mean, and especially like, this is like, you know, it involves a celebrity and you're like, well, I don't know. I don't remember. I don't think so. She never got any medical care. She changes it several times over the years of what actually happened to her. There's no pictures proving it. And it's just crazy to me. And, you know, she got a scratch. Okay. But you need plastic surgery over that? Because listen, if the scar was that bad, I'm going with, why didn't you go to the doctor? You know, because you only have like, because one time Elbow Feet like cut his forehead. He has a scar there now, actually. But he gashed his forehead pretty good. But he waited too long to go to the hospital to get it stitched up, because they can only do that, I think, in like the first 24 hours or something like that. So he kind of has a wicked scar there. Not that it's really noticeable, but I mean, her first account is that her first job account doesn't make it sound like it was really much of anything. So I don't know. We don't math no, that just means that my days are probably going to be shorter than I planned for. So did Brad Pitt punch you in the face and kick your dog? So she's suing for I think it's $24 million. Hold on. Yes, $24 million this lady is asking for in the craziest story I've ever heard. Like it's not working for me already. I mean, maybe she's just a shitty witness. Maybe when they bring up other witnesses, perhaps it'll come across that way, but I don't know. We'll see. Right. And then they waited 2 days to do an incident report, which wasn't like, you know, that helpful. Yeah. Then we find out she was just suing people for a car accident. Not necessarily judging with that one, because with car accidents, like, it's pretty much what you have to do because insurance. So I'm not going to hold that one against her too much until I find out how much money it is. That may be. But what did I do? I just scratched him with my acrylic nail. It's fine. He's fine. I'm just kidding. I don't have acrylic nails. Did you sue her for $24 million? I mean, that's the thing. Like, this lady will be like, oh, I don't know what that is. She has no knowledge of anything going on in the case. And with civil, as you saw, civil cases, everybody gets depositions done, meaning you're testifying under oath before you even step foot in that courtroom, right? Everybody's at the table, like both sets of lawyers, witnesses there, everything's recorded, transcribed, and then you come back on the stand later. And so, ma'am, how do you not know what's going on in your own case at all? So Maureen attacked Elbow Feet. I was going to say that I think, she claimed that Cardi B also spit on her, which is assault, by the way. It actually is. I have my opinions about that, but whatever. And I was like, oh, turns out Cardi B is also a llama. I love that. The whole thing is a publicity stunt. Yeah, I think this was one of those things where she thought, and here's the thing, anybody can file a lawsuit about anything. You can. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean it'll go forward. But this one did. And that does not mean because the evidence is great. It just means maybe Cardi B's lawyers were like, yeah, we're going to trial. I'm going to put this B on blast. That's probably what happened. She's a gold digger. Yeah. So far, her story is not doing her any favors. And I guess we'll have to see what the other witnesses have to say. Tomorrow, we'll be here for most of the day. I have us down to be here till like 4. But now that I know my math isn't right, it could be earlier than that. But it's all of day 2. I'm trying to find where I put the witnesses for tomorrow. Who do we got on deck? Because Emani is off the stand. That was it for her. Tomorrow we have witness number 2, Dr. Brent Mulkin. He's a Beverly Hills plastic and reconstructive surgeon. She also didn't even know the name of the place that she worked, that this happened. She wouldn't even admit the name of the place. And that's just weird. We also get to hear from her mom, Alani's mom. Right? That's her name? Alani? I don't know. Anyway, we get to hear from her mom. We get to hear from her grandma. We get to hear from Dr. Nicole McKenzie, the psychiatrist that she saw. And, at the end of the day, we get to hear from Cardi B herself. So tomorrow will be a much, much better day. Also, as you noticed, the audio did get a little better at the end. I promise tomorrow it is much, much better. They've figured it out somehow. I don't know why it was so bad, but it was awful. Oops, that took my comments away. Not my banner. Yes, we will be here this week, 10 a.m. every day this week watching this trial. As I said, we're kind of splitting it up a little bit. We'll be done kind of early in the afternoons most days. Someone says she's trying out for a new female scar. I don't know. People are crazy. I have a feeling that Cardi B was like, you know what, let's take it to trial. This doesn't even check out at all. So, well, you guys, I am going to be doing Midday Missing today. So if you don't mind, I need to go for a little bit so I can just read over the cases and make sure I get the names pronounced right and everything real quick before we go live with that. But this is going to portal you right over there. You can just wait in the chat. I'll be back on at 30 minutes from now, 1 a.m. or I don't know how time works. 1 p.m. Eastern. So in 30 minutes, I'll be covering a couple cases today there for Miss Terry, who couldn't be there. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. for day 2 of Cardi B's trial. And so far, it's been interesting. It's been interesting for sure. Yay, not too early for West Coast people. I know. Trust me, East Coast too is very excited about this. Actually, the next trial I'm hoping will be televised. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. The next one I think will be televised, hoping to anyway, is Isaac. Oh my gosh. Apodaca, I think his name is. He's in New Mexico. So I'm like, yes. Yes, I won't have to go on till later in the morning, which is nice because those early mornings with Donna were tough. We're very, very tough. So Simone says, I'm glad that they found Donna guilty on all accounts. Me too. And I love some of George's comments she gave afterwards regarding telling everyone to stay tuned when asked if charges were going to be brought against Wendy or Harvey. And she said, stay tuned, and that she might have to buy another red outfit. Ooh. Get him, Georgia. Yay, it is fun so far, right? It is fun. What trial are we covering next? I'm hoping to cover Isaac Apodaca. I think that's how you say his name. Where is... Oh, that's the wrong show channel. Yeah, Isaac Apodaca. He's out of New Mexico. I think the trial starts on the 16th, so next Tuesday. But you know how that goes. Now that I mentioned it, it's probably going to jinx us, and it won't be at all. So let's not even. Let's not even. I mean, maybe so. Maybe. Georgia should auction off those red outfits after. I mean, I don't know. I'd probably keep them too and be like, and this one. If Wendy gets arrested, are we going to be all over that one? Yes, absolutely, because that means there's definitely going to be information that I think hasn't been made public regarding Wendy's alleged involvement. If that happens, we'll definitely be all over. I mean, how is she not? How is she not? You know, so yes, let's not talk about future trials that we're going to cover. Did you see that juror talk from the trial? I did not see the video, but I read, somebody like wrote it all out, and I read that. I think somebody did say, was it Lawyer, who covered that? I don't know. I haven't had time to watch anything. I just know that they spoke out on TikTok, and I was like, oh, I don't have TikTok. But somebody did write it all up, so. Ladinger says Georgia could have her own vault of red suits like in Dexter, right? Yes, I love it. Peter did. Okay. Yeah, I have not watched that yet, so I think I added it to my queue. I just haven't had time. But it was very, from what I did read of the article, because I think it was the Tallahassee Democrat wrote it, what she said, her responses to the questions. And I mean, that jury was like, okay, what about Wendy? So I don't know. We'll see. We will see. All right, kiddos. Well, I am sorry that today is a short day and I have to go. But again, I got to go over just a few things before midday missing. You don't have to touch anything. It's going to portal you over there. I hope some of you stay along with us so that way you can hear these stories and help spread the word and maybe help get some answers from these cases. So I will see you all tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern for day 2 of the Cardi B trial. So, all right, go forth and be amazing, everybody. Bye.